Miss K for lesson 6 of the circulatory system. Get ready. Okay, kids. New location. Guess where I'm at. See if you can figure it out. If you can figure this out, email me. Miss Kane. No, it's akane@apamail.org. So, new location. We are on lesson 6. And today, lesson 6 is talking about, hold on, let me see, the red blood cells. What are they called? Get ready? Yes, the red blood cells. Okay, and you can abbreviate this. Sometimes you'll see it in your packet or on a test. RBCs. What are they called? Get ready? RBCs. Good. So your red blood cells. What are they? Get ready? Red blood cells. Okay, very good. All right, so I have some stories about red blood cells too. So at the beginning of your packet, you've got a review to fill out on Google Classrooms. I'm not sure if you'll have a review or what kind of questions, but just look for it. It'll be attached in your homeroom science section. Okay? All right, we're going to get started. Everybody touch, calm, one touch. The first word is oxygen. What word? Yes, oxygen. Stuff you breathe. The next word is hemoglobin. What word? Yes, hemoglobin. Oh, I got some friends passing by. Cool. The next word is carbon dioxide. What word? Yes, carbon dioxide. The next word is spleen. What word? Yes, spleen. Good job. Let's do a quick lightning round because it's short. Okay, starting at the top, all the way to the bottom, bottom to the top. Here we go. Get ready. Oxygen, hemoglobin, carbon dioxide, spleen. Spleen, carbon dioxide, hemoglobin, oxygen. You guys are amazing. I hear a yay in the background. Okay, so we've got 2 vocabulary words on this lesson. The first one is hemoglobin. What is it? Get ready? Yeah, hemoglobin. It is a protein that helps deliver oxygen to the cells. This is when I was talking about male people. They're delivering. So the hemoglobin, they deliver oxygen to the cells, and they also remove carbon dioxide from the cells. So they're kind of like a male person and a garbage person. They're like delivering good stuff and taking away the bad stuff. Okay, so those are your hemoglobin. What is it? Ready? Yes, hemoglobin. Good. Trying to get comfortable here on the ground. Okay. The next word is spleen. What word? Good. Spleen. Spleen is another organ in your body, okay? So your spleen, it recycles red blood cells and traps bacteria. So your spleen is really important. A lot of times your red blood cells will get injured or damaged and they'll be kind of... And so it goes to the spleen, and the spleen like mends them up and makes them better and puts them on their way. Okay, so the spleen is good, and it traps bacteria. So when you get some bacteria in your body or you're sick, the spleen can kind of take care of that. So you need your spleen. It is an important organ, and we're going to talk about it, okay? So first, one of the most important elements of blood is the red blood cell. What is it? Get ready? The red blood cell. So I talk a lot about my dad having cancer, and his cancer had a lot to do with his blood. So his cancer was in his bone marrow. So basically his bone marrow stopped producing red blood cells. And I'm not being very technical about this. My nurse sister and doctor brother would probably correct me, but in the gist of it, basically his body stopped producing red blood cells. So they are very, very important, okay? So these cells have the responsibility, they get oxygen to all the cells of the body, and then taking the cell's waste product, which is carbon dioxide. That's what we breathe out of the lungs. When we breathe in oxygen. We breathe out carbon dioxide, which we're actually polluting. So we're breathing out bad stuff. Now remember, plants, which we've talked about in other units, plants breathe in carbon dioxide and they breathe out oxygen. So therefore, we like plants because they are giving us our oxygen, and then in turn, we're giving them their carbon dioxide. So it's kind of a cool cycle like that. Okay. So, anyways, our important takeaway from that is getting oxygen to all the cells of the body, then taking the cell's waste product away. So those are the red blood cells' job, okay? So the red blood cells are made in the marrow. That's what I was talking about. So in your bones, if you were to break a bone open, you can see the red marrow in there. Doggies love to eat bones, and that's why, because the marrow tastes really good to them, okay? So, and it's kind of a spongy material, and it's mostly found in your large bones, like your femurs, okay, and this humerus. I'm trying to think of the bone names. Okay, so really quickly, the cells, so red blood cells, they live for about 120 days before they die. How long do they live? Get ready. Yes, 120 days before they die. So your red blood cells are continually dying and being remade, and dying and being remade. So when I talk about my dad and his cancer, what was happening is his red blood cells are dying, none were being remade. Okay, so it was a process that it wasn't functioning quite correct. Okay, so damaged or worn out red blood cells are repaired in the spleen. So this is the organ where red blood cells is kind of like the hospital. They go to the hospital, they get fixed up, and then they're on their way out. Okay, So the spleen is a filter that also traps bacteria. What does it trap? Get ready? Yes, bacteria. Good. There are about 2 million. How many? Yes, 2 million new red blood cells that are being produced each second. Every second to help replace the number that die. Every second. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I just had 4 million replaced. Crazy. Okay? So just think about how many you have. You have a lot. Okay? So soon after the formation, the red blood cells become in envelopes made to carry hemoglobin. So inside your little circular red blood cells, they've got a little pocket, okay? And it carries hemoglobin. What does it carry? Get ready? Hemoglobin. Good job. So hemoglobin, it's a protein. So we need protein. That is good. It comes from iron. Bonus point, if you can think of where you can find iron, raise your hand. I can't see any of you. Okay, it comes from things like red meat. Red meat is a gold source for iron. Now, if you're vegetarian, of course, you can find iron in other places. So don't worry, red meat's not the only place you can find iron. You can find it in a lot of places. But red meat is definitely a good place to find iron. So hemoglobin is actually what gives the blood its red color. Okay, that's kind of cool. Hemoglobin's job is to deliver the oxygen. So this is the male person. Delivers the oxygen from the lungs to all the cells in the body and pick up the trash, which is the carbon dioxide. So oxygen is the male. Carbon dioxide is the trash. Okay, we don't want the carbon dioxide in our body. We want to get rid of that. So breathe in the oxygen, good stuff. We're breathing out carbon dioxide. That's the bad stuff. Okay, so from the cells to be taken all the way back to the lungs again. Okay, awesome. What is a cool process is the circulatory system and how it's working. So as you can see, red blood cells are disc-shaped. They're kind of like circle. They look like Cheerios, kind of, without the hole in the middle. They're just kind of like a Cheerio-shaped thing. And there are 700 red blood cells to every 1 white blood cell. So 700 to 1. Say it with me. 700 to 1. Get ready? 700 to 1. So 700 red blood cells to red. I'm wearing my red for my blood circulatory system unit. 700 red blood cells to 1 white cell. Okay? So that tells you how limited your white cells are. They are very important because they do such a good job. We can say that the ratio of red blood cells to white blood cells is 700 to 1. Again, 700 to 1. That is our lesson on the red blood cells, or the RBCs. You can call them that. So you are, again, going to have questions to fill out on Google Home Classroom. And the next time you'll hear from me will be lesson 7. And that's it, folks. So try to guess where I am. Email me if you think you know where I'm at. It's cool glass windows. Okay. See you later.